As you've probably already realized, I'm very passionate when it comes to the whole area of personal development, leadership, coaching, and mentoring. And today I want to talk to you guys about coaching and mentorship, and find examples in the Bible as I talk about this kingdom discipleship, and why coaching and mentorship, or having a spiritual coach in your personal life, is very important and very vital. That we see throughout the scriptures of different individuals that God used them as a coach and a mentor, and these mentors had, their own mentees, and as we read throughout their whole life, we see what kind of role impact they had in their own personal life. And get this nice breeze in the background. Woo! All right, so let me share about a few individuals from the Bible. Obviously, the most ultimate coach, life coach, and mentor that ever existed on the face of this earth has to be Jesus, and it will always be Jesus. When we had his 12 disciples around him, and if Jesus could allow even a lot more people to be around him, he would coach and mentor them. But obviously, he had a specific purpose and specific task, and you can, he wanted to keep it more of a closed-in circle. So you had Jonathan, who mentored David. In which way? Obviously, Jonathan being one of the sons of King Saul, who was supposed to inherit the kingdom after his father, but in his heart he understood that David was going to be the next king, and in whatever capacity he could, he mentored, he reached out to David. He actually protected him numerous times because he knew his father was going to kill him. His father hated David, and he did whatever he can to actually protect and preserve him. So that's one of the areas where a life coach and a mentor portrays, is by actually being the type of a covering. Another individual is Elijah mentored Elisha, and we understand that when Elijah's time was coming to leave this earth, Elisha said, "Hey, give me a double portion," and where we heard many teachings and preachings about, and Elijah played a very key role in the life of Elisha, as he threw his mantle upon him, and he allowed him to walk after him. He allowed him to learn from the life of Elisha. Apostle Paul mentored Timothy, the young Timothy. We're not sure how old he was, but many theologians believe he was in his 20s. And can you imagine that, having such a individual, Apostle Paul, who was ministering and serving and influencing and impacting and sowing into the life of Timothy? It's phenomenal. Then obviously we had Mordecai, who mentored Esther. God used Mordecai in a very powerful way when he came to her and said, "Look, there's a decree that went out there for all the Jews to be killed. Maybe God has called you for such a time as this." He kept encouraging her, said, "Hey, we're there for you. We're going to pray for you. We're going to fast for you. We're going to stand there together for you, Esther." And obviously we know how God powerfully used her. Naomi mentored Ruth, the mother-in-law to Ruth. Both she lost her husband and Ruth, but when she saw what's happening between her and Boaz, she guided her in the right direction. Moses mentored Joshua, who after Moses died, and God made Joshua the next leader. And we see many examples of that, just Joshua continually being around Moses. Jethro, in one particular moment, mentored to Moses, his son-in-law, where Jethro at one point saw, Moses just had lines of people standing at his tent when he was actually judging them and stuff like that. And he's like, "Are you kidding me, Moses? Put somebody in charge of 1,000 and hundreds, over 50s. You physically won't be able to minister and to judge all these people." Woo! Getting some lightning over here. And so God used Jethro in a powerful way. Barnabas mentored Apostle Paul at one point, in the ministry in Acts of Apostles. God used Barnabas to guide Apostle Paul into the right direction. Then Daniel mentored King Nebuchadnezzar. In a sense, he was actually like an ambassador. He was like a guide, as a consultant to the king, where God used him in a very, very powerful way to interpret dreams, to speak powerful truths, which was in a form of mentorship. So these are just a handful of these examples throughout the Bible, and there's plenty more out there. So I wanted to challenge you, my friend, that if you don't have currently a mentor in your life, pray, search out, and God will send that particular person into your life that will guide you, because it doesn't matter who you are. We all need a guiding individual that will be able to help us, they'll be able to teach us, they'll be able to guide us into the right direction. Especially when we come across roadblocks, we can call them, we can reach out to them, and they, through their personal experience, will be able to impart knowledge and wisdom to us. And at the same time, also I believe all of us need to become a mentor to a mentee, to someone else. It doesn't matter what age you are. I believe that in every sphere of life, whatever purpose and calling you may be at, my friend, I believe that God can use you in a powerful way to at least impact one person. And I'm not talking about through your kingdom purpose, but at least in an area of mentorship. That it could be for a short season. It could be somebody that works for you. It could be somebody within your church. It could be somebody within your neighborhood, within your circle of your influence, however it may be. So as I finish this off, my friend, if you are in a position as a mentor, may God give you enough grace and wisdom to impact that life of that individuals, and at the same time also be in a position, in a humble position as a mentee, to learn from a life of another individual, that God will use them in a powerful way, just as much as I outline here through these examples in the Bible. All right, my friend, until next time.